It's so hard if your horse is hollow. You see how he's not really moving behind? And then I really can't get him round. And now he's like super stiff. And it's not a good feeling. Like, I really don't like riding the canter like that when your horse just feels super braced, super out of control. And then also the canter quality isn't good because he's so stiff and hollow, like he's just dropping his back. So in this video, we are covering how to keep your horse round in the canter, and especially the canter transition. This is Elior. He's an ex-jumper. This is only my second time riding him. And when I first rode him earlier this week, I was like, wow, I can't keep him round in that canter transition. And it's not a good feeling, like, for you as the rider, if the horse just sticks their head up in the air, gets super bracy, because then you feel a little bit out of control. And it's not good for your horse, because then your horse isn't correctly lifting through their back and using their top line. We really want in the canter transition for the withers and the back to lift up and the neck to round and actually soften a little bit lower. So in today's video, I'm going to work through that a little bit here with Elior. If you need more help on keeping your horse round in the canter, check out the description box below. I have a round and canter course with like a bunch of different exercises and patterns to help keep your horse round in the canter, because I know that that's definitely a big struggle. If you're new here, hi, I'm Amelia. I'm a Grand Prix rider and trainer, and we are here in beautiful sunny Southern California. Okay, so let me first just start off by kind of showing you, hopefully he'll show me what he was doing to me yesterday. And it always is, like, especially when you're on a new horse for the first time, I don't know about you, but I always feel like a little intimidated asking for the canter, because every horse's canter is so different and the canter aid is so different. And we all know that if you have a bad transition into the canter, that your canter is not going to be good, right? And so you can see with him, like there, he kind of was like throwing his head a little bit up in the air. Let me see what happens if I say canter. Oh, of course he does it perfect on the video. Let me try it again. Because yesterday when I rode him, it was like every transition was like that. It was like head up in the air. And of course, you know, he's, yeah, like that, right? So that time you could see he came hollow, and then he really didn't canter. Like, yeah. And then, come on, keep cantering. It's so hard if your horse is hollow. You see how he's not really moving behind? And then I really can't get him round. And now he's like super stiff. And it's not a good feeling. Like, I really don't like riding the canter like that when your horse just feels super braced, super out of control. And then also the canter quality isn't good because he's so stiff and hollow, like here in his back, he's just dropping his back. So let me talk you through kind of what I worked with him the other day. And the key to keeping your horse round in the canter transition, it's all about the preparation. So you really need to have the feeling that your horse is inside leg to outside rein and pushable in the trot before you ask for canter. Let me show you what I mean by that. So I'm going to go up to the trot again. Sometimes Elior kind of goes in a fake frame where it's like his head is down. It looks like he's round, but he's not really connected from inside leg to outside rein. So what I'm going to do before I ask him to canter is I'm going to push him a little away from my left leg into the right rein. So see my left hand going wide, and I'm saying, come on, connect to that outside rein. Drop your neck. No, connect to the outside rein. So I'm really yielding him away from the inside leg. And then I'm saying, come on, trot forward, move away from the inside leg, connect to the outside rein, trot forward, and now let's canter. Come on, keep cantering, keep cantering. If his head comes up, shoulders back, hands down. I take my hands a little wide and I say, keep riding the canter, keep riding the canter. Keep your hands down, shoulders back, and trot. Good boy. But really, the key for the transition into the canter is that your horse has to be bending around your inside leg. So I need to have him off my inside leg. I also, no, I'm not gonna let you put your head up. No, he has to wait for the aid. I need to, no. So if he starts anticipating there, notice how I'm over bending him and pushing him sideways, because he has to canter when I ask, not when he feels like it. So I'm just gonna trot, trot, trot. There he settled in. This is a better feeling. Good, good. And now we canter. Good boy. And I'm sitting connected and my hands are down and he's bending to the inside and I'm sitting connected and my hands are down and he's bending to the inside. Good boy. Good boy. And I need to keep my left hand steadier. Good boy. And forward to trot. Good boy. Good boy. And then pushing him a little sideways. So I don't like, did you see how he just, I was gonna walk and he just dove on the forehand and hit the brakes. That's such a common thing I see, is both riders and horses, they just are like a pancake in the downward transition. Let me know if that's you. So I want him to stay uphill, stepping, 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 stepping. Good boy. That was a good downward transition. Always make sure to be particular about your downward transition, especially if you're going to give your horse a break, because that's what your horse is thinking about the whole time that they're resting. So you really want to make sure that your last transition before the walk break, your horse is staying forward and uphill and stepping through. So I hope that that helped you, and don't feel bad. Like, if you're a little afraid of cantering and your horse puts their head up and stiffens, I totally get it, because it's not a good feeling. So this should give you some good tips. Also check out my round and canter course, because there's a lot more different like patterns and exercises and stuff that you can do in there. It's just a matter of teaching your horse the aids and explaining it to them. So give us a thumbs up and subscribe. We post a new video every single Wednesday, and I really hope that this has helped you out with cantering your horse.